Hey everyone, how's it going? So today's video is going to be about Halo 6 and what I think it should have on launch day. Before I get to it, I've been playing a lot of Shooty Snipers and I've been absolutely blown away with how many messages I've gotten from you guys. I've been playing on my main account. I've probably gotten about 300 awesome messages saying, "Look, we love your content, we love your videos," and it honestly means so much to me. So thank you so much guys, because that just motivates me to keep making content. So let's get to the video. So when Halo 6 comes out in 2019, and I'll get to it in a second why I think it's going to come out in 2019, there's a lot of features that I think it should have that Halo 5 frankly just didn't have on launch. Halo games typically have come out every 3 years, with Halo 1 coming out in 2001, Halo 2 coming out in 2004, Halo 3 2007, Halo Reach 2010, then when 343 took over, Halo 4 came out in 2012, with Halo 5 dropping in 2015. So you would think that Halo 5 would come out in 2018, but Hidden Xperia did a video and he basically said from a very reliable source that it'll be a standalone Halo game instead, and then Halo 6 will drop in 2019. And that makes sense with the way it's going at the moment. We've heard nothing about Halo 6 and it's February of 2018. It would make sense that a standalone Halo game would come out probably October this year, with a beta attached for January of 2019 or Christmas time, and then the full Halo 6 game dropping in 2019. So that extra year of development time kind of gives them no excuses for releasing a fully finished game that Halo 5 frankly didn't have when it released. If you guys remember, when Halo 5 came out, there's probably about 4 playlists, 4 or 5 playlists, and then social playlists would come out for 2 days on the weekend, and then it would go away. And they had absolutely no social playlists ready, so we had to play free-for-all rockets. There was no Forge. BTB wasn't existing because they had to actually get forges in to internally make maps, because there was no development, dev made Halo 5 BTB maps, which is a huge big thing, obviously because they put all the development time into Warzone instead. And the theater mode that existed on Halo 5 was completely busted, and to this day it still is, and I'll explain as to why that is, because a lot of people are wondering why can't they get it right compared to other Halo games. So a quick explanation of Halo 5's theater mode. Aside from all the bugs and it just constantly crashes and it doesn't work, and if you go try reverse, you could crash the film and it'll go infinite black screen. The fact that if you join in progress in a game and you go in a theater, you won't exist, or you'll just be a floating character that just randomly shoots backwards and then flies across the map. Aside from all of those broken bugs, it plays back at 90% speed, so it looks very, very sluggish. And all the shots that you might think look really off are actually dependent on your ping to the server. What that basically means is, depending on how much you're lagging, is how much the shot will be off. So if I'm lagging a lot because I'm Australian, it's going to say that I'm shooting when it's nowhere near their head. And as your connection slowly gets better, it'll be slowly more accurate. But it just looks terrible, and it's something that I wish would be fixed. Another thing that I would love to see added for theater, but it probably isn't going to happen, but it did happen in 2007, is multiple people being able to watch a film. Back when Halo 3 came out, I would share all the stuff that I got. We'd all watch it, all 4 of us. We were just playing, oh my god, this happened. We'd go straight to theater, we'd all watch it together, oh my god, how did that happen? That's awesome. And it's just this immersive thing, you create all these memories. And I've seen a lot of montages. They'll go and watch this awesome clip they got together, all in theater, all together, and you just hear them in the background, oh my god, this is sick. And it's just something that's missing. You want Halo to be special, you want it to be unique, it's something that has to be in Halo 6, and I would love to see it. Moving on from Halo 6 theater, what I'd like to see from it, and Halo 6 having BTB come out when the game launches with fully fledged developed maps that aren't Forge based, is Forge itself. And when I'm going to put it over the screen now, some of the crazy inventions that, I think it's Toki Taki, I'm butchering that. He's Japanese and he's an awesome forger, and he creates some of the most incredible creations with the scripting on Halo 5's Forge system. And it just makes me think that if Halo 5 had Forge when it first came out, how much bigger, how larger could the population potentially have been? Because when a game first comes out, the population is going to be as high as it's ever going to be, because everyone's going to be trying it out and making their own assumption of it. With 343's slow incremental release of content, the majority of the population's already left when key parts of the game are coming out. Imagine the potential that Halo 6 Forge could have, because Halo 5 Forge is incredibly powerful and it's incredibly diverse. And you could have this really creative person who is just looking for a platform to express themselves. Halo 6 could be that medium. You would think it's silly that they wouldn't release it with the whole game, because you'd want to try and market Halo 6 as, one, a finished game, which developers don't do these days. Two, you try and market it to the biggest possible audience that 343 could manage, because Xbox only has Halo and Halo only has Xbox, and it's not on other platforms that we know of yet. Obviously not PS4, but maybe on PC in the future. You'd be trying to market it as a finished game to the biggest possible population that you can. And if Halo 6 was to become known as a in-depth scripting Forge system that you could create elaborate game types and game modes on, and really cool wacky things that people can come and hang out on, you'd have a self-sustaining game without having to release too much extra content, and it would survive for 3 to 4 years, and people would love the game, love the developers, and you'd just be able to rotate them into matchmaking the cool wacky things that they make, and it'd be an awesome thing for the community. That leads into my final point, and it's social game modes. It's something that I've spoken about in depth for a long time, but when Halo 5 released, it only had a couple ranked playlists and the occasional one social playlist. And as a game coming out, that's just unacceptable. Like, we have the community developers, we have the community managers, we have lots of people who have awesome ideas, not only at 343 but in the community. There is absolutely no excuse that they can have ranked social split from launch. Now, you can have your champions in the ranked, you can have your social in one, and then you can have the Warzone in the other, like it is on Halo 5. That's perfect. But it has to be there when the game launches, so people can go, oh, I want to play this, I want to play that. On top of that, the post-game Carnage report also had to be remade and redone, because that wasn't in Halo 5 when it first came out either. That has to be in there with full medals, what they got, the accuracy, the percentage, everything like that has to be in the game when it comes out. This is including with LAN. LAN has to be in the game as well, and when the game first comes out, not 2.5 years down the track where no one really cares about Halo 5 anymore. Okay guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you agree with a lot of things I've said. I really want to hear your opinions on things you'd like to see in Halo 6. It could be anything, it could be wacky, it could be unexpected, but just let me know in the comments below. I try to cover as much as I felt was important to me, and probably the broader community, to sustain Halo 6 as not only just a competitive FPS title, but as something that the whole broader gaming community can enjoy. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what you want to see in Halo 6 and what is your #1 thing that has to be in the game. I'll have another video out in the next couple of days, and see you guys then. Bye.